When Timmy is eating a slice of pizza, he tells Cosmo and Wanda, disguised as his goldfish, that the greatest pizza he has ever eaten in his whole life. Wanda then says, "How about throwing that our way, sport?" Cosmo followed this with, "Yeah, I'm hungry." But then they turn into skeleton goldfish. Timmy answers, "But this is the last really huge, most circular piece." But then he grabs the whole pizza. When he was about to eat the last of it, Mom tells him, "Honestly, Timmy, that's no way to take care of your pets. Just look at them." Cosmo and Wanda hit the bottom of the bowl. Mom continues, "No wonder that your pets run away when you went to summer camp," and smiles nervously. She continued, "Pets need loving and nurturing to grow big and strong." She folds the pizza up and throws it in the fishbowl, causing it to Cosmo and Wanda directly. She then continues with, "Just like my soon-to-be award-winning garden." At Mom's field, her smile turns to a frown and cries out everything she touches dies. And Timmy stepped away a little, and Mom continues to sob. Dad suddenly then emerges from the soil, the digging vehicle, and asks Mom why he is sobbing in this lifeless patch of dirt and death. Mom answers that it's because tomorrow's a Dinsdale Big Veg Out and she wanted her garden to win first prize this year. The lifeless fruits then fall out of Mom's lifeless plants, and Mom and Dad panicked. Timmy then replies, "It's okay, Mom, it's just a silly gardening contest. So what if the Dinkelbergs win again?" Dad is shocked by this and looks at his spying submarine telescope and sees the Dinkelbergs' garden filled with life and a swimming pool. He then tells Mom, "You can beat them, honey. It's important to me. I mean, you. Besides, you're a natural gardener. A flower grows instantly but dies a second later." Dad continues, "These cherry tomatoes look scrumptious." Mom replies, "They're watermelons." Dad says, "Neat." Mom continues to sob. Timmy then says, "So what if Mom loses to Dinkelbergs and they're kind of nice?" Dad angrily objected and tells his mom that if he loves them so much, he should go live with them. Timmy replies, "Well, they do have a pool and a not dead garden." Dad again angrily replies, "Just leave us." Mom follows, "You said enough." Then Timmy goes to his room and Mom and Dad sob all afternoon. At his room, he tells Cosmo and Wanda that he didn't mean to hurt their feelings. That bad, and Wanda replies, "Wow, your mom sure seems upset." Timmy continues, "I wish I can stop crying," to which Wanda replies, "It sure would help if we knew what she was crying about." Mom then suddenly shouts that she's upset because she could not anything bring to life in her garden. Timmy heard this and wished that everything in his mom's garden was full of life. Cosmo and Wanda gladly raise their wands and enchant the garden, filling it up with life. But the consequence is that a buried box of his pet gerbil, Eddie, was pushed up by the growing seed. His hand popped out of the soil. On the next day, Eddie stands and stares angrily at Timmy, and when he saw him, he was so happy it's a dream come true. But Eddie suddenly strangled him and beats him up. Cosmo and Wanda saw this, and they put Eddie in a cage. He then asks him where he has been all this time, and he notices that he hasn't been taken care of since he ran away. He then tells Eddie that, "I'm going to be a better pet owner this time." He picks up Eddie's cage and puts it on the table. Timmy continues, "I'm not just going to leave like I did when I went out to summer camp. Yep, no more randomly meaningless distractions for me." Chester Naje suddenly calls him and asks him if he wants to see Chester's braces get tightened up. Timmy then runs like the speed of light outside, leaving Cosmo and Wanda to Eddie. Cosmo says that he's not terrible and horrible at all, and suddenly Eddie tries to get out and make havoc inside the cage. Wanda asks Cosmo, "Dinkelberg's pool?" Cosmo replies, "Right." Then they poof away. 7 hours later, Eddie still stares angrily, waiting for Timmy. Timmy then went in and greets Cosmo and Wanda, who just poofed back in. Timmy then tells Cosmo and Wanda, "You should have seen Chester's mouth. It's really..." He then opens the cage and Eddie beats him up again and went back and tearing Timmy's clothes. Timmy continues, "Tight." Cosmo then said, "Oh, he miss you." Cosmo and Wanda then poof a life vessel to replace Timmy's clothes. Timmy replies, "Wow, he must still be angry about the whole summer camp thing. Well, I'm not going to let him down again. In fact, I wish I could shrink down to Eddie's size and give him a big hug." Cosmo and Wanda nervously raise their wands and grant his wish. Timmy then shrunk and Eddie grabs him by the neck again and throws out the cage. He wonders why he is so angry at him. Cosmo mentions, Maybe he thinks that you buried him in the shoebox and says, "Here lies Eddie the dead gerbil," to which Timmy replies, "The dead gerbil? But Mom told me he ran away." And Wanda explains to Timmy that Eddie was buried in his mom's dead garden and he filled everything in it with life. Timmy then asks, "How the heck did he die?" Eddie then lifts a muffler and walks towards Timmy. And Timmy says, "Wait, but Dad was supposed to take care of you while I was stuck at summer camp." Eddie then sees a flashback that Dad was checking a list that was about the things he must do. What was I supposed to do when Timmy was at summer camp? Then he checks some things and he forgot to feed the gerbil. Feed the gerbil. He then sees a dead gerbil. Bury the gerbil that was about to be fed when Timmy was at summer camp. Then Eddie goes out of the cage and looks for Dad. He tells Cosmo and Wanda to not let Eddie's justified rage ruin the chance of Mom winning the veg out while he tries to get out. Wanda replies, "You got it, champ." They poof off. Then Dad was about to go down the stairs when Eddie puts a roller skate, which causes Dad to slip and fall off the stairs. But Cosmo poofs a piece of exercise equipment, which helps Dad to land safely. Timmy then gets out of the cage. Dad says to the judges that Dinkelbergs steal candy from children and went in to get the doctored photos, which again causes Dad to fall into another trap of Eddie. But Timmy holds off Eddie and says run because Eddie wants to kill him. Dad replies, "Kill me? Why would he want to kill me? Your mom's the one who forgot to feed him when he went to summer camp." Eddie then pushes Timmy out of his way and goes after his mom. He snaps electrical wire rope at the roof and swings to claw Mom, but Cosmo, as a plant, extends his branches which trips Mr. Turner, saving her from danger. The judges then state that they have a winner, but as a formality, they need to see her yams. Mom then goes into the kitchen and looks for the can of yams. She did not notice the big axe which Eddie set up as a trap for her. She then trips on the rope and the axe almost hits her, but Timmy holds the rope just in time. Eddie then starts chewing up the rope and Timmy tries to reason out with him. "It's not my dad's fault you're gone." "Well, it's mostly his fault, but it's mine too. I was your owner. I should have taken better care of you. I'm sorry." When Eddie hears this, he stops and starts smiling, but Timmy was slipping and he told Cosmo to get his mom to safety. Cosmo replied, "You got it." He then appears and a shoe kicks Mom to safety, saying, "I love this job." Then a can of yams was rolling toward them. Wanda then asks Timmy, "Isn't it cheating that your mom is using canned yams?" Though Timmy replies, "Hey, somebody grew them." The can of yams was about to roll over, but Eddie saved them from it. Timmy then says, "Eddie, you saved me." Wanda says, "Oh, he loves you again." Timmy hugs Eddie, but Eddie is accidentally sliced in half. But Timmy says, "I can fix that." Then the judges announce the winner, which is Mom. Dad says, "I did it. I beat the Dinkelbergs. You beat the Dinkelbergs." Then the judges give her a plant, but when she touched it, it died instantly. Mom cries, "Everything I touch dies." Mom sobs again, and Mr. Turner, Mr. Dinkelberg, and the judges step away from her. Dad then asks Dinkelberg if he is going to give his wife a congratulatory hand touch. Timmy then fixes Eddie up with white bandage, with Wanda saying, "Aw, you and Eddie are friends again." Cosmo replies, "Oh great, one more mouth not to feed." And then Timmy replies, "Don't worry about it, Cosmo. I figured that if I'm going to have a pet, I am going to have to take care of it. But I wonder what happened to my kitty, my bunny, my ferret, my ocelot, my puppy, my parrot Mom and Dad also said ran away when I was at summer camp." And all of Timmy's other pets have emerged from the ground of the garden, causing Timmy, Cosmo, Wanda, and Eddie to all scream in terror. Timmy then says to himself, "I've got to stop going to summer camp."